Hello everyone. Welcome to my video. My name is Fajrul Ihsan, the MBA student in IPMI International Business School. So this is my mind mapping video after 8 weeks learn global economy and international business, which facilitated by Professor Roy Sembel and Ibu Dr. Yulita. In the first week, we learn about global economy. We start with history of global economy. So from this picture, we learn that industrial revolution and the emerging of technology shift the center of gravity of global economy from highly populated region, such as China and India or eastern part of the world, to the western part of the world, such as US. But after the World War II and after many countries in eastern part learn from their failure and starting adopt technology, the center of gravity shifting back to the eastern region and make the 21st century as the Asian century. We also learn about old economy versus new economy. We know that global economy is the new economy, and it is the result of old economy that has globalized by the emerging of digitalization, capital mobility, and also liberalization that create new structure on the market, industry, from and also business. And this new economy has three pillars: cost reduction, better customer service, transparency, and competition. These three pillars make more faster interaction and transaction and also give higher return and also risk. We also learn about disruption on global economy. We learn about Schrödinger theory. This theory say that there are two realities at the same time when disruption happen. That are the old and new S-curve, and the new S-curve was formed as a result of the transformation due to the presence of disruption. So this indicates that even in the middle of disruption or crisis, there are always opportunities. In international finance, we learn about absolute advantage and comparative advantage. By knowing that, we understand that goods and services are produced more efficiently when each country or region specialize in product or services that have comparative advantage. We also learn about international opportunities, which is consists of investment and also financing opportunities. So we learn that multinational companies can capture projects, opportunities, and also funds from anywhere in the world compared to the purely domestic company. We also learn about international monetary and finance environment. We learn how to choose capital structure, raise fund for the firm, manage working capital and cash flow, perform capital budgeting, manage currency risk, and also manage diversity of international accounting and international taxation. We also learn about worries of international businesses, that is cross-cultural risk, country risk, currency risk, and also commercial risk. We also learn about development of modern exchange rate system from Bretton Woods Agreement and the impact to the Indonesia economy. That makes a lot of conglomerate that borrow USD at that time must pay back 4 times for the original USD that they borrow at that time, because Indonesia government no longer subsidize the depreciation of rupiah against dollar. So this is make domino effect because conglomerate company collapse, then the bank sector also collapse, as well as the other sector and all company that related to the conglomerate company. We also learn about subprime mortgage crisis in 2007 until 2009. Initially, the crisis arose in US but spread to other countries. At that time, because the crisis is going bigger and affect many aspect and sector, US government choose to back up Lehman Brothers, the hedge fund that arranged the subprime mortgage scam. So to back up this crisis, US government borrow money from the global and make a problem to other country that want to borrow the global fund. So at that time, many foreign investors exit from Indonesia IHSG because they need cash and fresh money to back up the crisis. And this phenomena make our IHSG drop from around 2,800 to 1,111. Okay, next we learn about global trade. We learn about theory of tariff and quota, which is tariff is tax on import and quota is physical limit of the import quantity. So tariff and quota cause change in the production, consumption, and also importation of the good, and which they are subject to. And then we also learn about consumer surplus and producer surplus, and also learn about international trade restriction. In the week 4, we have guest lecturer is Bapak Tantowi Wiyahya, our roving ambassador. So our discussion is about Indonesia is part of the Pacific, and countries in the Pacific area are priority for Indonesia, and Indonesia has the effort to establish cooperation with the countries in the Pacific. Next, we learn about international business. So international business is business transaction between parties from more than one country, such as buying and selling across borders, operating facilities overseas, or borrowing money in one country to finance operation in another. And then we learn about level of international business activity from domestic business to the global business. So globalization is a trend toward greater economy, cultural, political, and also technological interdependence among national institutions and economies that make domestic buying global. And internet and technology is the force that drive globalization. And why the globalization is important? It is important to leverage core competency, acquire resource and supplies, and also to seek the new market and to better compete with rival. And from globalization, we can get more benefit on the market and production aspect, such as reducing costs, create new market opportunity, and also business sustainability. And then we learn about risk of international business, such as cultural, legal, and also law. Okay, next is international strategy. In here we learn three strategy objective, that is efficiency, flexibility, and also learning. And to execute this strategy, we need visionary leadership. This is a leader that has international mindset and cosmopolitan value, and also has willingness to commit resources, has strategy vision, and also has willingness to invest in human asset. We also learn about strategy and multinational organizational structure, from formal application strategy, multi-domestic strategy, global strategy, and also transactional strategy. And also we learn about foreign market entry strategy, such as importing or global sourcing, exporting, counter trade, and also foreign direct investment. Next, we learn about international business function. In international marketing, we know that culture, social, political, and regulatory environment of international market has influenced the way the company to develop, adapt, and market its product or services. And by doing standardization, the company has effort to make a marketing program element uniform. But by doing adaptation, the company has to modify element of the marketing program to accommodate specific customer requirement in foreign market. We also learn about competitive of nation. We learn about what is the source of the prosperity of the nation. It is inherited or created. And also we learn four competitiveness indicators, such as enabling environment, human capital, market, and also innovation ecosystem. Next, we learn about Simaga and Siabin. Actually, this is investment strategy. So Simaga is sell in May and go away, and Siabin is sell in August and buy in November. So from the research, Siabin give better result than Simaga. The point in here is you must avoid to hold stock during Augustus and September, because on average downtime pattern happen during this period. And the better time to re-enter the market is November, because on average the pattern is uptrend until January, because of window dressing and January effect. In week 8, we present event analysis on the global economy and international business. and our team present the trade war event between US and China. Another assignment is a book review. So we review book The World is Flat by Thomas L. Friedman. I put the link for the book review video on the description, so you can click on that link. So okay, that's all my mind mapping about global economy and international business course. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.